What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Wrestling Godfatherz Podcast. I am your host, Don Mystic. I am here with Don G Money, and we got ourselves our very first special guest, a Bay Area native, I believe. At least he's here now. But he is a comedian. He
Hell
has
yeah.
two podcasts. The first one is Hypothetical Comedy, I believe. Is that right?
Yep. Hypothetical comedy.
And then the second one is Pro Wrestling
That's
Nation.
correct.
Dude, we had to get you on because of that one. I loved your last podcast. It was a throwback, but it was really good with Britt Baker. Had some other really cool indie guys on, like
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Hansen. Oh man, that dude seems like a fun hang, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
that feels
All
cool.
right, so you guys want to get into like wrestling?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hell yeah. Oh, you know what? Real quick. Hold My Beer Hansen. I just saw him on Twitter and I was like, I gotta talk to this dude. He's super cool. And I just hit him up and I was like, let's do an interview. And I think we did an interview that same day.
Dude, he really does. It seems cool. I like see some of his videos online, and it's the funniest shit, dude. He reminds me like obviously not exactly, but like we're kind of like the Dudleys, like this like blue collar as it gets, you know. I love that shit. But yeah, I want by talking about the I guess 4 triple threat matches for the tournament for the heavyweight title. Obviously, Cody got knocked out early, which is sad. But I mean, having Seth make it to the end, I'm happy about that. Having AJ Styles make it to the end, I'm also happy about that. I don't think I can lose at Night of Champions in this particular match because I love both of them. Personally, I think that like Seth Rollins is going to win because, come on, it makes the most sense from a storytelling point of view. He's a rock star when it comes to on the mic. I can't think of a bad match he's ever had. Even the almost match, like somehow he made that watchable, and that's like that's an achievement. That is an achievement. So what do you think? Like, who do you guys want to win that match?
Mr. Medina, I defer to you.
You know, I'm offended that there's even SmackDown people in this tournament.
Yeah, I
But
don't understand that either.
If they're gonna have SmackDown people in it, AJ Styles is like my absolute favorite, so I'm all for having him there.
What, you mean you didn't want like Roman Reigns to somehow win it all and then reunite the belts for no reason whatsoever?
That'd be hilarious.
That would be what Vince McMahon did. He would like he would break up the belts and then fucking form them just to give us a nice little FU to the crowd. But yeah, like again, for me, it's like AJ Styles.
And see, the thing
like
was,
Seth
I was
Rollins.
offended
Either one.
on SmackDown. I was upset on SmackDown that
Yeah, yeah. I agree because like it's confusing me. It's confusing me. It's tripping me out a little. Look, I'm like SmackDown folk fighting for the Raw belt or wrestling for the Raw belt. You also got the Raw Women's Champion on SmackDown and the SmackDown Women's Champion on Raw. I know they just had the draft, but like they couldn't just like swap belt. There you go. I mean, I don't get it. I'm boggled. My mind is boggled by this.
Yeah, I mean, I think I mean, it is not that far after the draft, but still, they didn't really think this shit through a lot. I don't think. I think a lot of it was just like for show, and I don't think that we're gonna see a lot of like any much of anything different in terms of like people are still gonna be on the same shows. I really do think that.
Yeah, or you could just have brought out the champions, and if they were changing shows, they could like stare each other down. Like you could have had Bianca and Rhea staring each other down, and then they like one puts the belt out and the other grabs out her handheld, like something like that.
So basically, what Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair did.
Yeah, I mean, because if not, like Mr. Medina said, it's confusing. Roman Reigns is staring at the belt, which scares everyone on earth because you know they want to put it on him. It's like, God dang it, get away from this, get away from the belt, Roman.
I don't know what their infatuation with Roman Reigns is. Like, don't get me wrong, he's gotten better especially since he like teamed up with Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman can make anyone look good, but I mean, he's still. I'm sorry, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. When he punches the ground for like a fucking superhero pose, dumbest shit I've seen in my life. I'm like, this is not a Marvel movie. This is fucking wrestling. I mean, oh god, dude, it's just it's annoying.
I have a question. Have you seen The Worm? Have you seen The Worm?
Scotty too high.
Yeah, but no one was thinking Scotty 2 Hotty was ever gonna win a major belt. That was purely for like show. This guy has a belt on his fucking
face.
I know.
Yeah, again,
I did it for The Rock.
Wait, I have another question. Did you see Mae Young give birth?
To a head.
Wait. Do you know who Katie Vick is? Come on, there's a lot of dumbass things.
I know, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you hope that true. Like the guy who has the belt on isn't part of the dumbass shit. You know what I mean?
I mean, you hope, but
in this scenario,
once again, we are talking about wrestling, so like, I mean, sometimes,
okay, fair enough.
Sometimes I know we critique so hard, but then we're like, it is wrestling at the end of the day.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think they still should have put the belt on Cody at WrestleMania. I get that they wanted to wait the 1,000 days or whatever, but like, so let's go into this. When do you think Cody's going to take the belt off of Roman? Because I have two thought processes. Because I mean, he lost ever since he lost the heavyweight title. It's
whoa, that was gnarls. I'm on the big screen now.
Oh yeah, you're on the big screen now. We had a little bit.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, and it's still.
I went into business for myself.
You went into business for yourself. All right. Well, all right. What I was saying before, some funky shit happened.
Not that I did something.
No.
I
the guest of honor did nothing wrong. This is due to the crapulence of the host and the co-host.
I don't know.
I did. I was like, what did I do? Shit.
Streamlab doesn't want to have us doing this right now. I don't know. But
we talked too much shit about Roman. WWE pulled the copyright on us.
Paul Heyman pulled the switch and then this happened. But like I was saying, it's pretty obvious that Cody's going to be the one to dethrone Roman. I mean, if he wasn't, they would have put the heavyweight championship on him. When do you think it's going to happen? Because there's two possibilities in my view. One, you have him beat Lesnar again, and it's not a three match series, and then he wins the Money in the Bank and takes it off him either just basically says I want to use my Money in the Bank match, title, whatever, my suitcase for a match at SummerSlam, or he just uses it like everyone else uses it after Roman's like dead on the floor and just steals it from him basically. But I don't think they're gonna do that because that's against Cody's character. Or you wait until like WrestleMania the next WrestleMania. But then you got to worry, like, can you keep Cody like white hot until then? So, what's your view on this one? When do you take it off of Roman?
I mean, at this point, like with the new belt, they keep the belt on Roman until next year and break all these records because I do, honestly. But I feel like Cody not winning the title at WrestleMania is a huge mistake because now anytime he wins it, and I can see that him winning Money in the Bank, cashing in for SummerSlam, right? Because he holds himself with poise and class, so he's not gonna cheap shot anybody. So he cashes in at SummerSlam and he wins whatever. It's not gonna have the same gusto as WrestleMania
That's
would
true.
have had. It's not gonna be the same feel good moment that WrestleMania would have been.
Well,
Cody, okay, say he doesn't win Money in the Bank and he just feuds with Lesnar for the rest of the year. Cody goes and wins the Royal Rumble next year, and then he goes to WrestleMania again. It's still not going to have the same like. Just it was this perfect moment that they built, and they just didn't give it to us.
yeah.
Like, I'm really upset about that.
No, I
don't know. I mean, honestly, like with the new belt on Roman, it's not what they want.
Yeah, I was gonna go. Actually, I was gonna say maybe Cody never takes it off Roman. Not saying Roman won't drop it. Maybe Cody's not the one that they want to drop it. And what sucks is I agree with what Funky just said, that it was a perfect moment. It felt sort of wasted. I don't know at the end of the day until we get the A&E doc to come out. We'll find out who made that call, but it smells of McMahon being like, no, just pulling and saying, no, we built this and I'm going with whatever it is I want in this specific moment. Fans be damned. Because you're right. I mean, Sami Zayn in Montreal was like, the crowd was just off the hook, and I'm watching like, oh my God, could this be a shock victory? And then of course Roman retains it, but that the fans almost made me turn watching that premium live event. Then you get to WrestleMania and you're thinking this is it, solely because they built everything for it. And then I know they're building Solo up. It's such a letdown. It felt like, it didn't feel like, oh, you got swerved. It felt like you got punished. you don't want Roman. Guess what? You're gonna get more of it because I want Roman. That's what it felt like.
I don't know, man. Like, because here's what I'm thinking. Like, because I have a scenario that I want to happen, which probably won't happen, but I want to happen with every bit of my soul. Because the reason I want him to win it at SummerSlam is because I want Sami Zayn and it to be Sami Zayn and Cody at WrestleMania. Because could you think about that moment? Two of the most white hot guys right now, like at WrestleMania, having a face versus face match, like, and then like whoever wins it at the end. Pick your horse because people are going to be happy no matter who wins it. They hug it out. The other one does the whole, yeah. Hey man, it's WrestleMania.
No, I know. I feel
hug it out.
Hug
like
it out.
Whoever wins does the whole holding up the other guy's hand and doing that. And I mean, people would absolutely eat that up. That would probably be one of the highest selling WrestleManias. Like.
So
it would definitely sell more than fucking a Roman Reigns led one.
So you want Zayn and Rhodes on top is what you're saying for Mania.
Zayn and Rhodes are on top. Fucking WWE just hasn't fucking figured it out yet.
Well, look. Here's the thing though. You're not gonna. I don't think you're gonna have Roman. If he's gonna drop the title, it's gonna be at one of the. I would make SummerSlam or Mania. I don't see him dropping it anywhere in between. Survivor Series isn't what it was back in the day when it was actual team warfare. Royal Rumble now is more about who wins the Rumble, and they're set up the match at Mania. So you're not going to see the champion drop the title at Royal Rumble, right? So you're stretching this out another year, and and then I don't know. I feel they missed their moment in terms of I don't know if the crowd will ever. I mean, Cody's got the crowd, but it was like everyone was frothing at the bit, right? That I think everyone will be happy, but I don't know if everyone will be like foaming at the mouth unless someone comes out of Nowheresville. They should have Dom do it. Dom comes out. He can't say a word as they're booing the shit out of him. And Rhea does.
I love that, by the way.
Oh my god,
I love that.
I've been telling this guy forever now. Well, not even forever, for maybe the last month. All of a sudden now, Dom's like my new favorite. Like the fact that he's so hated, and when he slapped Ray but ran out of the ring super coward-like, I was like, this little fool. But then I was like, oh, that's such a heel move. My little heel heart smiled.
You gotta
I've been
understand.
watching wrestling, for like 30 years or whatever, and I don't think I've ever seen someone get like overrun with boos like that, where they couldn't even talk with a microphone. I don't think I've ever seen that.
No.
Like right now, the only one even close is Logan Paul, and he's part-time anyways.
Yeah. No, I mean, no. What Funky?
He's just completely overwhelmed by the boos. It's crazy.
It is, and you know what's this? It's funny because this is the heat Austin Theory wants, but in Puerto Rico they didn't even boo him. They didn't even make noise. I was like, man, Theory, they're really letting you know that they're not,
that they do not care at all.
Right, they're not jiving. But Dom can't even speak. The man can't even say a word because people just want to shit all over him.
If Rhea is Dom's mommy, does that make Vince McMahon Austin Theory's daddy?
Oh, Theory. If it's up to Vince, it's just Theory.
It's just Theory.
Just
no
Theory.
Austin. He has every time he hears Austin, he has flashbacks of when he pissed his pants at gunpoint.
Yeah, no, he dropped the Austin for a while.
Yeah,
they dropped the Austin part.
Oh my
Vince
God.
doesn't like first names that start with A for some reason. Antonio Cesaro,
he apparently freaks out when you sneeze.
Adrian Neville,
yeah,
Austin Theory. He just doesn't like first names that start with the letter A.
He's a little. I don't know. Vince seems to like get more eccentric as he's aged, because growing up in the late 80s and early 90s with wrestling, I saw all sorts of goofy shit on WWF, or at the time it was WWF, and I loved it back then. I mean, he had a guy named Duke the Dumpster Drosy, for Christ's sakes. He had Bastion Booger. He had Bastion Booger. So he's over, and then he's over here like we're sports entertainment. You can't say wrestler. I'm like, you had a guy named the Goon who wore a hockey outfit to the ring, for Christ's sake. Come on, Vince. Settle down, bucko.
It's a good era. It's a good era.
Oh no, I saw this YouTube video and I didn't watch it because I didn't want to give it the view, but it was like 95 worst year in the history of wrestling. And I was like, I'm personally offended because that was like the prime of, growing up. One of my best friends, Justin's like this diehard Bret Hart fan. I'm a diehard Shawn Michaels fan, and like we would argue, we would fight amongst ourselves. We would, go to school and argue with humans at school and then go back on the weekend and be like, look, no, my guy, I love the 90s.
I like how you specified humans like you're arguing with dogs on other days.
Yeah, I know, right?
Or like cats or some shit like
shit, man. Well, now it's online. Everything's online. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna lie, I was late to the online wrestling party.
Yeah, you guys argue with each other online about it.
Yeah, because and then this is something. Did you ever encounter this at school, Funky, where like some folks watch Nitro, other folks watch Raw, but then no one admitted that they watched the other show? So instead at school you would argue over one or the other, but when in reality you're just flipping back and forth, or you'd like watch the first hour of Nitro. You know what I mean? Like, did that happen? Did you encounter this at all?
Yeah, no, I used to watch. It was great because Nitro replayed like at 1 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
And so I would just watch Raw comfortably, and then I would just watch Nitro on the replay.
Yeah,
I used to tape everything when I was like when I was a teenager, I recorded every wrestling show. I eventually threw them all away because I got older. I'm like, why do I have 100 video cassette tapes? I don't even have a VCR.
No, here's what's
And
wild.
I threw them all away.
No, what you're saying is exactly correct. So at the time, I never had heard of ECW. Now, I never read the dirt sheets. I never read wrestling magazines. I would just see what was on TV. And out here in the Bay Area in the mid 90s, ECW, as far as I knew, was not aired. But my buddy Bilal.
No, it did not exist.
Yeah, my buddy Bilal, he was like, hey, I got a tape of this thing called Hardcore Heaven. I'm like, interesting. He's like, here, I'll let you borrow it. So I remember I went home, I watched that, my wig was split, and I was like, now I need to find this thing. And we had DirecTV, and I found a network called Sunshine Network out of Florida. And like at 2 a.m. on like Saturday night, they would air an hour of ECW hardcore TV. So I'd hit record, go to bed because probably couldn't make it there. And then that's how I started watching ECW.
Wow. What year was Hardcore Heaven? You said Hardcore Heaven?
I think it was Hardcore Heaven. I want to say it was like 97. I want to say it was 97 because
that's so cool. That's so cool.
But then something else clicked. Because at that time I was super I was listening to a bunch of Insane Clown Posse, and there was a lyric in a song that said, I sabooed your mother through a coffee table. And I was like, I wonder what that means. And then I learned what sabooing your mama through a coffee table was. And I was like, this is fresh, right down my alley.
And just for a note, he still listens to an ungodly amount of ICP, and so do I.
So do I. So do I.
This is true. Juggalo for life.
Apparently, this has now become the Juggalo Wrestling podcast.
The Juggalo Cast.
3D, brother. Diamond Donovan.
Paint your face, or you got to juggle something.
Or both. My juggling skills are horrible. I would fail.
Juggle paintbrushes.
I just throw shit at people.
Joe.
But yeah, so what else should we talk about?
Oh, this is great. See, that's what wrestling is. This is what
just
wrestling,
talking shit.
No, yeah, talking shit happens all the time. Like I remember it's like just like we reference, right? Some kids at school would be like, no, Nitro, and I'd be like, no, Raw. But then I'd be like, I knew everything that happened on Nitro. They knew everything that happened on Raw.
You know what though? Everybody wants to talk about like Raw versus Nitro. The only loyalty I had was NWO
for life.
Oh, regular or Wolfpack?
Oh, black and white. Oh
yeah. Oh yeah, black
Hollywood. NWO Hollywood.
Yeah. Oh, and then that was fresh too for me because as I got older, Hollywood all of a sudden had his painted on beard, but he made it look cool. This was before I knew a lot of.
He was a piece of shit.
Yeah, like the less I knew about the Terry Bollea, the better it was for me. Because when I was,
we didn't really know how bad of a person he was until. You know, like in the later 2010s when that sex tape came out.
Exactly. And I'm like
what, 2015?
Yeah.
Is that when it happened?
Yeah. When him, Bubba the Love Sponge, Bubba the Love Sponge wife, and then racial slurs and all sorts of other debauchery. But before then, like in the 80s, I was a little Hulkamaniac. I remember, I'll admit it, I shed a hot tear when Ultimate Warrior beat him at Mania. I was not happy about that, but what can you do? I shed a hot tear because I took my vitamins. I was going to get pythons one day. It never happened.
But no, I've known this guy since freshman year of high school. I can attest he has no pythons.
No pythons.
I have pythons that are just under a lot of fat, but there are pythons.
Have a garter snake.
Snake. Oh man,
we're talking about muscles here.
Terrifying. But yeah, like I was never one of those people who actually watched. I only watched WWE. I really didn't watch Nitro or like WCW that much, and it's not because like I didn't want to. It's because unlike you rich motherfuckers, I did not have like the ability to tape shit.
You didn't have a VCR in your.
No, I did not. Like,
Yeah.
well, no, it wasn't that I didn't have a VCR. It's that like all our tapes were like, we just didn't have ones that could like tape. With our VCR was for playing like Disney movies for my sister. I'm like,
It didn't have a record button?
no, it had a record button, but we
Oh,
didn't
dude,
have
I
like
had-
the
I had,
tapes that you can actually tape
Oh.
on. We had Disney
I
movies
had
and shit.
I had 2 VCRs so I could make compilations and shit.
Mhm. Yeah, and I
hate
had,
both of you.
yeah,
Like
I
when you're from my little cousin. Yeah, when you're from my little cousin, I made him like a bunch of like a Bret Hart tape and a Chris Jericho tape and
yeah.
a Shawn Michaels tape and all these best matches on there.
I used to, yeah, no, same thing. Well, I used to take home videos and then I'd record them from a video camera onto a tape, but then I'd take out the red and yellow audio. Then I'd take an audio from another VCR or an 8-track or something, put some metal music on. So you would be watching like us wrestling with the audio inputs being metal. So we were wrestling behind metal. Yeah. No, I'm
if
all
there's
about
anyone who was born after, say, the 90s, they don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
No. They're like, kids
What's
nowadays
a
are kids nowadays are like, the fuck is an 8-track? Yeah, VCR? What are these old assholes?
Oh, and if you ever get a chance to go back in time and relive your childhood, on the bottom of the little hole in there, and you can tape right over it.
Yeah, that's true. And that's
yeah,
how you could
but then
tape
when
on.
my sister went to go watch Disney again and like fucking it turned out to be wrestling, I would have got my ass beat because my dad paid like back in the day you paid like $20 for like $10-$20 for a Disney.
Yeah, it was like 35. No,
Whatever, dude.
Disney
I wasn't
was
buying
expensive.
them. I wasn't buying them.
And then some of them would come
I
with
started
colors.
watching Little Mermaid, and it was Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart.
Oh my god! And if you were really like, oh, I gotta get this pay-per-view in, you would like hit EP, so you'd extend the tape so it'd stretch it out more so you could record longer. But if you wanted a tighter image, you'd hit SP. I've taped over so much shit. I used to put wrestling the first 20 minutes of a VHS. Me too. And then if I was going to make like a adult movie compilation, right? Because I was just hitting puberty, 20 minutes wrestling. So if my parents ever popped it in, the moment they saw wrestling, they'd be like, all right, it's wrestling. They wouldn't they're not going to watch 20 minutes of wrestling. They're just going to switch VHS because they don't give a hootenanny about wrestling. And
that would have been
and
awesome,
then
though.
you
like,
end it, the last like 5 minutes, you go back to wrestling. That way, if ever you forget to rewind and they only do a quick little rewind, it's like, oh, he was watching wrestling the whole time.
No. Like, what would have been really funny is like, let's say my sister is watching like The Little Mermaid. You wait till the first song they're about to go into, and then right when they're about to break into it, just most like brutal wrestling shit that you can get, like Stone Cold Stunners, blood, all of it.
New Jack going ham.
Fucking Nick Gage, GCW death
dude.
matches.
That dude was.
Wait,
crazy.
which one? Nick Gage or New Jack or both?
New Jack, dude. New Jack. Like, I'm pretty sure he gave himself. Didn't he give himself like brain damage during one of his like
I mean, he also stabbed a guy, so I mean, there's that. Yeah.
We don't know. He might have deserved it.
he literally he tried to throw someone off a scaffold, not to work the move, but to like end a man off a scaffold. Thank God there were tables. Yeah, it was Vic Grimes. Yeah, thank God there was tables for Vic. But the mass transit incident. He stabbed a dude for real. So I don't know. And also not Beyond the Mat, Dark Side of the Ring. I don't know. He said when he talked an awful lot about wanting to die and like have like mounds of coke around him or something like that. So I don't know if New Jack was in his right frame of mind for some of these incidents.
I don't think he was born in the right frame of mind, dude. I think he's just one of those guys who was like very, very, very vicious, and he found somewhere he could like scratch that itch and get paid for it. So unfortunately for some of his opponents, didn't work out too well.
Yeah, I mean, New Jack, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people got into wrestling because of that. Like, I mean, the Road Warriors definitely,
yeah,
there's dudes who like to fight, and they're like, "Hey, we'll pay you to do that shit."
yeah. No, the Warriors, like, Road Warriors, just like you said, you watch some of their stuff from the early '90s, late '80s. Their clotheslines are vicious. Same with the OG Steiner brothers, especially Rick. I ain't getting in the ring with you and tear my head off.
Yeah, but like, dude, when you first said Warrior, for a second there, I thought you said Ultimate Warrior. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? That dude ran to the ring and fucking could only wrestle for 2 minutes afterwards.
No, but his promo skills are legendary. If Warrior and Macho Man could cut a cameo for me from Beyond the Grave, it would be the greatest. R.I.P.
All right, so Funky, you do a wrestling podcast, the Pro Wrestling Nation podcast. Who's your favorite? Who's the favorite person you've interviewed so far?
So I started doing my podcast originally in 2013, and I did like roughly 100 episodes. I did it for a couple of years, and then I stopped for a long time. And I've tried to bring it back a few times, whatever. But as far as like interesting, like, so you guys mentioned earlier, like Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, whatever. I'm a huge Bret Hart fan. Like, Bret Hart's my all-time favorite. And it's not released anywhere right now. I'm probably gonna put it out like as a retro episode or whatever. I have a 3-hour interview that I did with Diana Hart Smith like years ago, like 2016, 2015, something like that. But it was great. Like, she talked in depth just about their childhood and growing up and just life, and it was a lot of fun about the things that happen in wrestling and stuff like that. That was a lot of fun. But like more recently, let's see, I don't even know who I did recently. That Britt Baker one that you mentioned earlier was a really fun one. That was from 2016 too. Before that, you know what? I interviewed Griffin McCoy. Griffin McCoy, he's an indie wrestler. He's in GCW and a bunch of other indie feds, CZW and everything. And it was really fun to interview him because he is also from the Bay Area. He grew up in San Francisco, and then he moved on, and he's based on somewhere else now. But so that was pretty cool. Yeah, I have a lot of fun ones. I've interviewed a lot of people like back in the day. I interviewed Tito Santana, and it was really fun to interview him. He was super fun.
That's cool.
Yeah. Has there been anyone who was like just a huge dick or something like that? Be honest.
Us. I think it's us.
I will take that belt, sir. I will take that belt.
I mean, there's a person that I don't want to mention publicly, but there is somebody who I have beef with because I feel like I was very disrespected. But I mean, no. Otherwise, no. Everybody's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
cool.
So I mean,
there's some wrestlers who like you kind of reach out to them and they're like, oh, fuck off or whatever, but whatever, because a lot of people reach out to them, so I don't really take it personal.
I mean, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have like a Mount Rushmore of people I'd love to like, interview, but like none of them are gonna fucking answer me back. I mean, like my biggest one is I want like he right here would love this, but like I actually sent a Dom direct message on
you slid into his DMs.
What? Hey,
yes. Hey.
Yeah.
This is all good, man.
All I said was, hey, if you want to come on. I'm more than happy to like keep kayfabe if you want to. I think it would be hilarious.
Well, I don't know. Well, now that we got the all-star Funky Sam Medina, I don't know if anyone can beat that mantle. Even Dom, if you're listening.
Even Dom. I think you can take the dick out of your mouth.
WWE people, I think they need special approval or something. I think they need special approval or something to do interviews.
Oh, probably. I don't know.
I
don't think.
Yeah, they probably have to like reach out to like WPR or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think Vince McMahon is going to give us that approval. We shit on him quite a bit.
Reach out to Vince directly, and then just call Endeavor customer service.
Yeah. Slip him a 20. See if he changes his mind. Here, billionaire.
Hey, can I get Vince McMahon? Can I get Vince? Thanks.
No,
Vince,
I don't want Vince. Man, Vince McMahon seems senile now.
Well, here's the thing. Vince probably's got some stories, though. Vince probably has some stories. I know he's the villain.
He definitely got stories.
But he's got some stories.
Can you remember them? I mean, correct.
You guys have your own like Bob Costas moment where he gets all pissed off at you.
I know, right? He Vince seems contentious at times.
At times.
At times he seems goofy. Like I see that meme all the time. You know, the one where he's giving the interview with Stephanie, and then security comes and he's like, "Where is he? Where is he?" And he storms off, and I'm like, Vince, you take the worst stunners. Like, what are you gonna do to him?
Oh my god!
What are you gonna do?
I think Linda McMahon actually took a better stunner than he did.
You know, Linda, I don't even know why she even chose the bump, but that was pretty cool for her. I'd be so nervous though. If you're a wrestler, you're like,
Linda took a tombstone on the stage.
I know, right? Like, here's like a very like an 80-pound elderly woman, and you're gonna do a wrestling move on her. I have mad respect for Bubba Ray because he was picking old ladies up, jumping off the stage, going through tables. I don't know if I could do that. I would be a little too empathetic and be like, nah, I kind of can't beat an old woman.
He tried to, like, apparently.
Yeah.
He told this story, like, Mae Young told him to, like, put her through the table.
She said, put some leather on it. Do it a little extra. Mae Young was something else.
I mean, she did give birth to a hand. So, I mean, that's not normal.
Yeah, well,
I still don't understand what happened in that fucking storyline. Like, was she just pleasuring herself with a hand or something? I mean, why was the hand up there? And I mean, if it was really Mark Henry's like doing, wouldn't it be a black hand? I mean, or at least a like caramel colored hand or something. Because that hand, the hand looked white to me.
I don't know.
Was Mae Young cheating on Mark Henry with that dude from the hand from the Addams family? Oh no! But
about this, and
that one I did
answer the reason I've come up with.
Leaving us in suspense, Sammy. All right.
Well, Funky will be right back with us, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, he's having a little technical problems, but
we're not gonna lie. It's our server. Our servers are down. It's an attack. Elon's shutting us down for all that shit we talked, or I talked.
Yeah, you do talk a lot of shit about him, even though I bought fucking Twitter
You're
Blue.
Such a tool. You're such a damn tool.
Hey man, he told me that our fucking shit was gonna be like highly skyrocket to the top. It didn't do shit.
You just gave a billionaire $8 and didn't give you an interview. That's exactly what happened. God dang it.
Hey man.
Thank God you're our money man. He'll be back.
He'll be back. They all come back. All right. So while he's gone, what should we talk about?
Well, Funky Sam Medina will likely rejoin us, ladies and gentlemen. What a great guest. We love having him around. What a cool fella.
What a cool fella. All right. So
I wanted to ask him a question, but I guess I'll have to hit him up on Twitter. Well, I mean, he could rejoin us. Can you resend the link?
I think it's the same link, but I'll try. Twitter.
For those listening at home,
We are a really top-notch run organization.
Well, what happened is our servers are kept under hydrogen cooling system, and apparently some sort of magnetic dolphin it caused interference, thus warping the signal, causing a drop in connectivity. We're working with our man on the inside, our great white friend, the shark. I'm talking about the shark, and he's gonna go find that magnetic dolphin.
Are you fucking senile there, buddy?
Hey, hey.
Oh, he's back.
Woohoo! Look at that. Hot tag. That's a hot tag for Funky Sam Medina. He's coming back in to save the podcast.
All right. There we go. That's better.
I thought it might be better if I switched devices.
Yeah, we're getting you in a lot better now.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
So can I ask you
Sorry
something?
about that. I guess my laptop was just taking a shit.
It's all good.
We've all been there, man. We've all been there. I have like my last laptop. I just never got a new one, but like it was a piece of shit. Like I mean, they make nothing as good as they used to anymore. Like the toys from back in the like the wrestling toys from back in the day will last forever. And then he gave his one of his sons his what was it? Shawn Michaels pop, and within like 5 minutes that thing was broken.
It was destroyed, man. They destroyed it. And I was like, damn, it's the only one I had. Dang, son.
Music pop.
They did. And here's the thing.
Sam.
They don't even watch wrestling. That's the other thing.
Hey! Like I was telling him, like I asked him like when he would like let his son watch like blood on wrestling if it came back, and he's like, "Well, they were watching Backlash."
Yeah, they happened to be in the room when Brock got busted open, and
so apparently the answer is negative days. So.
Yeah. Like I mean, as a parent, I was watching it too, so I didn't see much wrong with it.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching as a kid too, watching all the blood on the game.
I mean, I grew up with ECW. I mean, like, what? I'd never seen anyone blade before.
Hey, so I gotta ask you, like, what's your take on the whole Goldberg wanting a retirement match?
I don't know. I mean, it's it's kind of silly. But it kind of goes with what he's been doing because he keeps coming back because he keeps wanting to do it, and this time. He's kind of worn out his welcome in the WWE, to sort of say. And so he's going to, if he funds it himself, hey, it'll give how many other people a job for, a tour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it'll be a vanity project for him, but like it'll give other wrestlers chances to be on the card. It'll give people a chance to like build the ring or whatever and sell tickets, and it'll generate money for people.
Yeah, but a certain part of this podcast right here,
that part.
hates his guts because he ended one of his favorite fucking wrestlers' career.
I agree. I will never forgive Goldberg for any of Hart's career.
Yeah, like, dude, if anyone wants to go on our fucking site right now, there are 2 freaking videos. One's a short, one's a thing from our podcast where I shit on Goldberg quite extensively.
It's true. Look, now,
okay.
No, voice of reason. I just talked about dolphins and great white sharks and underwater servers. What are you talking about? Reason here? No,
you missed some stuff when you
anyway, no. What I'm just saying about Goldberg is he's a botch machine. So I don't know if he could do an actual retirement tour. Because I don't know if anyone could hang with him for a whole tour nowadays. The last time I saw him in the ring against Undertaker, he damn near killed the Undertaker. So, I mean, like, he is a botch machine. Who's going to be working with him night in, night out, and being one piece at the end of this? I heard it was going to be Sting, but I'm like, there's no way. There's no way.
It doesn't have to be a Sting, no way. But it doesn't have to be one. It doesn't have to be one person. He could wrestle a different person every night.
It's true.
You know, he could even come in and wrestle.
We'll have a little counter at the top of the thing. How many careers has he ended by the end of the fucking tour?
He could do like a tour streak and go undefeated on the tour.
Yeah. He could.
That'd be cool.
Oh, you know, and
Like,
then the final match.
3-0.
The final match is against Gilbert, and he puts him over, and he has to put him over because it's the wrestling tradition.
Oh man, that would be perfect. I like that because in the clip that I did, he knows this. He knows this. I keep forgetting that it's like the other way around. He knows this, but like I actually said that Gilbert was a better wrestler than Goldberg because he was more technically sound.
No, that's not.
I mean, that's a fact.
That
is
is
a fact.
And he said, "God damn it!"
But I mean,
it is. It's a fact.
He said it when I said
it
that.
was a bigger
fact.
draw.
Yeah, Goldberg is a bigger draw, but it doesn't matter how many people you're drawing if you end up in jail for fucking murdering someone with your fucking foot at the end of it.
Nobody goes to jail. Nobody goes to jail for murdering people in wrestling.
Come on.
You do if you actually murder someone. Ask New
Jimmy
Jack.
Yeah.
Did he go to jail for that?
I have no idea.
Well, hold on. He was found guilty, but he had just passed, so posthumously, I guess, because they did find him guilty, but I don't think he made it.
He went to the big penal colony in the sky.
Wait, no. Who did he? He didn't kill that kid.
No, he killed his girlfriend. He beat her. He.
Did I know about this? Did I forget about this?
Yeah, he like beat her a lot, and then they were at a gas station, and he like beat her in front of the attendant. But then they went to the hotel, and then he got mad and then he went to beat her again, but he hit her with like a rock. He hit her on the head, but then she like passed away, and so then he said she tripped and fell on a rock. And that was his story.
Wow. Wait, do you mean New Jack or Jimmy Snuka?
Jimmy Snuka. And then...
okay. I knew about that. I thought you were saying New Jack.
Oh, no. I'm talking about Superfly. And then...
No, I know all about
Yeah. And then Vince made some sort of payments to some lawyer cats. Like it's a real wild thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he did get found guilty, like, post-humane.
Yeah, I know he did. And then... no, he was still alive, I think, but like it was.
He was like,
I think he was. He was like his brain was deteriorated where he couldn't. I can't think of the term, but
stand trial.
Yeah.
Was like
he wasn't mentally capable or whatever it's called.
Yeah, he wasn't. He didn't have his facilities or whatever. Yeah, whatever. I can't even think of it, but I think he didn't go to. I think he didn't go to prison because of that or something.
Something.
I think he died. Yeah, he died
right after. Yeah, right after that. And then New Jack, I think
New Jack didn't kill anybody.
No, I think he beat the mass transit case, so I don't even think he got in trouble because it was supposed to be part of the work. No, right? Wasn't it supposed to be a work? But then New Jack said, "Oh, it was a work," but then he like actually shanked the kid, like a lot of shanks.
Well, I mean, you want realism, no?
God damn!
Oh my god! The kid, he did die.
Yeah,
he died like 8 years later from having the stomach surgery.
Yeah, and like apparently his dad said he was hella messed up after that. Like he had PTSD. I mean,
I wonder why.
Well,
some guy stabbed him for real in a wrestling.
Well, and what's sad about all this is like look, New Jack should have never done it. And then I'm thinking in the mind.
I love how you made that. You made that like really, really controversial statement. New Jack never should have done it.
Well, that's not controversial. New Jack never should have done it. No, but I'm thinking of the promoter who's putting like someone who's super green in the ring with New Jack. That's like asking for something bad to happen. Like if you're like, all right, maybe you're within your first handful career matches. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, get in there with New Jack, who's a damn near psychotic real life human being who may or may not be working you, right? Who his idea of a rib might involve like maiming you. So I wouldn't have done that. I would have been
Another
like,
question
hey, man,
for the booker.
You're working with Jerry Lynn. Someone who's
right. You're working on Picor Scorpio.
Yeah.
Oh man. Another question for the booker.
That's a good point.
Who books a stabbing scene with someone as fucking crazy as New Jack in the first place?
Well,
I think New Jack books that himself.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody books that for him.
I don't think anyone was like, hey, New Jack, I think this match would be great if you shank someone. New Jack was probably like, oh. New Jack's like, oh, we're gonna whip me in the corner and we're gonna do a shoulder drag into a stabbing.
I'm gonna go into business for myself as a fucking assassin, but oh my god, that dude is batshit insane.
Oh man,
is one of your kids
a child married? Yeah, well, don't judge the time. It's 8 o'clock somewhere.
It's not 8 o'clock here. What's your kid doing up to?
Hey, god dang it! The spectrum goes to bed when the spectrum goes to bed. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
But dude, now I want to watch some New Jack, like highlights. Not the stabbing one. Not the stabbing one.
With you? All right, but if you're gonna watch a promo from New Jack, you should go back to when he was with at Smoky Mountain. I think it was the Gangsters promos, I believe it was, up at Cornette's promotion. Those were some. I mean, they really lay into the whole like we're black in a super white territory type thing. So,
all right.
Anyways. 1990s wrestling.
Hey, I got a question. I got a question for you, both of you. In fact, would it be better or worse if right before New Jack stabbed that kid, he did?
No,
he did the Dudley Boys was up.
No, God, see, this is why you can't bring you anywhere.
It would have been funnier, but.
No, God dang it. How dare you sully the 3D in this way? Where's Spike?
I think you're going to say the DX chop.
That too. Do that while you're doing the fucking what's up and then stop.
Where's Big Dick Dudley to help us out in this situation? He should have been there to protect the kid.
Oh my gosh. I think he's dead too.
Oh, all right. Oh, whoops.
All these damn dead wrestlers.
All my heroes are dead.
You still got Sean.
No, I know. So next thing you're going to tell me is sign guy, the guy from the crowd. He better be somewhere holding this sign.
Dude, sign guy Dudley, I believe, is the same guy that was Louis Dangerously, and he just became like the vice president of Impact Wrestling.
Oh, that's sick.
Louis D'Angelo or something.
Yeah, there we go. See, I knew someone was still with us.
I mean, he works for Impact Wrestling. He's not really with us.
His spirit is around.
All right. I think it's about time that we ended this before. Oh man! Before I bring up New Jack again,
let's just face it. Tonight, I'm gonna sleep like an angel. Funky's gonna sleep like an angel,
and I gotta edit this shit.
And New Jack's ghost is gonna come shank you in your sleep. The ghost of New Jack's gonna be at your bedside.
Saying, he's gonna do the. He's gonna say, "What's up?" Before he
goes. Hey! With my weight, he won't even hit blood. All right, I'm good.
He's got some work to do.
He's got a lot of work to do. Oh man, he'll stab me 600 times and I'll survive.
Christ.
I'll just come out of it skinnier, motherfucker.
This is why we can never be monetized. We can't have viewers because this is how this happens.
I thought you were going to say this is why we can't have nice things, but
it is also the reason you and I can't have nice things because this is us trying to be nice. We are really trying our best to not be horrid.
It's okay. We're
failing miserably.
to figure it out.
On the bright side,
figure it out.
on the bright side, we can still say we never ended somebody's career with a boot to the fucking face.
Yeah. Okay. So
I mean, we've never had the opportunity, but we've also never done it.
But I don't think I'm the only one, and just because I know we're ending this, I don't think I'm the only one who's like, in the Funky brought up, people are gonna make money, and a lot of people who might not get some shine might get some shine on it. So in that case, I guess I am for a retirement tour.
Remember the Hulkamania thing, the Hulkamania tour?
What is it?
Hogan did some tour before he joined TNA.
Oh, and
2009. Him and Ric Flair was the main event.
Oh wow! But no, I actually don't remember that. But if they made money and people on the card made money, then it's not that bad a thing.
Yeah,
it could be But then I'm not dying to go see Goldberg wrestle anybody. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna go.
Yeah, same here.
Like, he's not gonna get our money, but
like to be totally frank, if I never saw him in a ring again, I would probably be happy.
I would. Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
if I never heard his name again,
but
yeah.
Like the only thing I'm worried about with him doing the tour is him actually hurting people, because he was an amateur when he started, he was an amateur when he ended, and I have no reason to believe he's not an amateur right now.
Yeah, he's gonna hurt people. He gets too into it. They just goes full bore into people's dome piece, right?
I honestly think he snorts like amphetamines or some shit like that before he goes out in the fucking ring. Because
the thing is he thinks he's a football player first.
Yeah.
Even though he's in the wrestling ring, he still thinks he's a football player. And so football players just charge at you with no remorse. They just they're whatever.
No, that's so true.
What he does.
It is. I think he's even said himself.
Reckless. What I was looking for was reckless.
Reckless. No, you're right. And I think he's even said it himself. Sometimes he headbutts the locker door too hard on his way out the door. And so
he cut himself open one time.
Yeah. So I mean, like, he's going out there wrestling like some all-time greats, but he's already dinged his brain into the door stem on his way out to the ring, and then he hurts people.
He almost died. He almost died at the end of WCW because he did a thing where he put his fist through a window and he cut a big artery or something, and they had to rush him to the hospital, and he literally almost died because of that.
Jesus Christ, Goldberg, and that's all self-inflicted.
It's all self-inflicted. All of
Goldberg is Goldberg's worst enemy.
Maybe you know what? Maybe the retirement tour should be him.
Goldberg beat the crap out of himself.
No, you put him in a bubble. Put him in an inflatable bubble and just have him bounce off things so he causes no damage.
Like a giant
who ended Goldberg's career? Goldberg. How did he do that? I don't know. He jumped off or something.
Bret Hart and Goldberg have something.
Put his head through a freaking wall.
I know, right? And that in the wild part is, if this retirement tour is any sort of gets off the ground, I know the Hitman's gonna shit all over it.
Oh yeah,
as he should.
As he should.
I said it in the clip. You fucked with his money. He should be pissed.
I mean, he fucked with his lively. He was lively.
I said that. He fucked with his money. He fucked with his family's ability to eat. That's as fucked up as it gets. And you're mad because he won't fucking accept her apology. You shouldn't accept her apology. You were a shit wrestler. You shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. I'm gonna fucking start another clip right now, motherfucker. Fuck you, Bill Goldberg.
You know what?
Fuck you,
do it. You'll go viral.
Oh yeah.
I didn't go viral last time. Yeah. It's on our fucking channel.
You gotta tweet it to Goldberg. That's what.
Yeah. Here's I got it. Don Mystic versus Goldberg. Loser retires from wrestling. You got this, buddy. You got this, buddy. No, here's the best part. I got you. I'm gonna call up Arquette. And I'm going to have Arquette run some interference, and we're going to bring this back to Ready to Rumble. Sorry.
No, you don't want I made the promise to headbutt the wall 15 times before I get in the ring.
You don't want David Arquette protecting you?
You may be an amateur, but so am I, motherfucker.
And it
We
kicked
know.
my head back.
Amateur without the muscles. That does not sound like a good proposition for me. Not at all.
Well, fuck it. We'll just have to call upon the spirit of New Jack.
No, I believe he would be a much better wrestling Don G Money, and
Oh.
kicking him in the head to
Oh,
get us views.
Goldberg wouldn't even have the chance to kick me in the head because I'm gonna just shoot a high single. Get her out. I got Goldberg with ease.
Goldberg won't be able to kick him in the head because he can't lower his foot that far. Because what you don't know about Don G Money is he's 2 foot nothing. That's
I'm 1'8". God damn it, get it right.
All right. We're losing
We're
the
losing
plot
it here. We've lost the plot a long time ago. Some say back in the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers to
Well-
that.
Yeah, hey, it's Modelo time. I'm out of coffee, so it really is Modelo time.
Dude, I'm about to take
Dude.
shots of fireballing.
Hit a Modelo. Maybe they'll sponsor us and they can make us in one of those fresh ass commercials they got where they're playing the music from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Right?
Which one is it? Which Dos
I got the
Equis,
little baby bottles. I'm so mad. I was like, oh, because I saw the bottle count and the price, and I was like, oh, that's a good deal. And I came home and it's a little mini ass baby bottle.
Oh,
I'm
God
like,
damn,
what the
Modelito.
Yeah. But at the same time, if I don't finish it, I don't feel so bad.
That's true. That's true. But you know what? It was good for the price. God dang it! In this economy, I'll take it.
Well, it wasn't. It would have been if it was a full size bottle.
Full-size bottles. Modelo, how could you do this to us? My childhood.
No. All right. So before we go, you got anything to promote, man?
May 30th, I'll be at Neck of the Woods in San Francisco. It's a comedy competition, so come out and laugh really hard.
All right.
I got other shows too, but that's like the next one I'm doing, May 30th in San Francisco. I'm excited about it. It's it's a comedy competition, and it's the second round, and it's the first time in my comedy career that I ever advanced to the next round.
Oh hell yeah! Hell
Yes.
yeah! That's awesome. In fact,
And-
not only should everyone go out, we should all cheer you on, give you the hot tag, so you could proceed to the finals like AJ Styles.
Hell yeah.
And you can now say that you're not an amateur, like fucking Bill Goldberg.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Kenny Omega.
No. I like Kenny Omega, but
But Bill Goldberg can eat a dick.
I mean, if you ask Brian Danielson who the amateur is, he would say Kenny Omega.
well, I mean,
Different
yeah,
story.
but and I do give some credence to what Brian Danielson says, or Daniel Bryan,
real quick,
or whatever.
I put
he's
a
doing
clip.
right now.
I put a clip on my Facebook recently. It was a promo, Brian Danielson running down the Elite, and he said, "You guys are a bunch of amateurs. Nobody would pay to go to a comedy club to see open mic night." And I recorded that little clip and I put it on my Facebook, and I was like, I feel personally attacked.
Oh man. So yeah, definitely go out to see him in San Francisco on the 30th. Right?
30th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
May 30th.
Yes.
May 30th.
Yeah, and you can just follow me on any social media at Funky Sam Medina. I got a podcast. Oh, you guys, I don't know if you know about this one. My favorite podcast is my wife and I. It's called Hypothetical Wrestling, and it's HIGH, Hypothetical Wrestling. And we get super baked and watch wrestling, and it's like a watch along. But as I call them, it's a bake along.
It's a bagel.
Yeah.
I like that. Oh man, we got
So
we
get
gotta-
baked with
we
us and
gotta
watch
get, like,
wrestling.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's the
just
way
I got a
to
bunch
do
of
it.
podcasts. So just find me on social media. I promote them. You'll see them. At
All
Funky
right,
Sam
cool.
Medina. Boom.
And
Thank you guys.
Yo,
All
no
right.
worries. Funky Sam Medina right there, ladies and gents. Go give him a follow.
yeah, our high production value.
Super high, goddamn it.
All right. So everybody, thank you for watching. We will see. Well, two of us. We'll see you next time, and we hope you're having fun. And we'll see you next time. Peace out.